Hi there guys and girls, and welcome to the very first review on my PlayStation channel. For those of you who don't know anything about me, I started on YouTube with my specialty, which is Mortal Kombat, and built up a rather large channel called Total MK, which recently hit 10,000 subscribers. Now, with me, I haven't just... Mortal Kombat's my thing, but I love video games as a whole. And, you know, I've got all the systems. I've got PlayStation 3, Wii, I'm looking at them all, Xbox, you know. And I thought it'd be cool, now that I'm sort of established with the Mortal Kombat, to be sort of branch out and show or do reviews of the games that I like with Wii, with PlayStation, with Xbox or DS or whatever. I'm not going to be reviewing everything, but like I'd like to have little gamer communities. I think it would be cool, like a PlayStation community, Xbox community, things like that. Trailers that I think are awesome, I'm going to put up on the channels. And yeah, so I'm actually quite surprised because the PlayStation one became the most subscribed the fastest. It was just a little bit in front of, I think, the Xbox one. Like I think I got like 150 subscribers on here or something, and the Xbox one was 130 or something. So I was actually quite surprised that I had more subscribers on the PlayStation channel. I'm not saying anything bad about Sony or anything, but with me and Xbox and Sony, I've always been like, I bought an Xbox first, and I think it's just because it was out first, and Gears of War did it for me. Now with Sony, you know, there was Grand Theft Auto and things like that, but I've never been a big fan of Grand Theft Auto, so, you know, wasn't really interested in the PS3 for a while. But, I mean, even Grand Theft Auto ended up on Xbox anyway. But, there wasn't, what I'm saying is there wasn't enough titles for me to actively go out and get that PS3. When Mortal Kombat 2 came out, I wanted one, and my cousin already had one, and I just played MK2 at his house, and he got rid of his Australian PS3 and bought an American one, so I own his PS3 now, which is the original model, so I'm wrapped, you know. The 60 gig, the hard one, the one you can't get anywhere. So with games on the PS3, I bought it because, you know, it had MK2 on it. But for a long time I didn't get any games on it because I just buy all my games on Xbox, do you know what I mean? There's nothing against the PS3, I'm stuck in that trend. But what I've been doing now is buying the games on PS3 that are exclusive to the console. So the first game that I bought on PS3 was the God of War collection. You know, the Pandora's Box and God of War 3 and everything. Now, I just actually completed God of War 1 and 2. Completed God of War 2 last night. And I gotta say, I'm loving it. It's a great game. Now I really know why Sony fans love God of War. When I originally saw it, I hadn't played it, I saw it a lot, and when I originally saw God of War, it was always that first level where you're on like the ships, and you got to walk between the ships, you got to walk along a little skinny like plank, and people would just fall off. I saw that and I just thought it was a horrible game, and it was always at that scene. I would see it constantly all the time at that scene, and I thought, oh, I don't know what people see in this game. And then when it wasn't that scene, I just see the action, you know, but when you play the game and get to all those puzzles later on, I love that shit. You know, I'm a sucker for that stuff. Action puzzles. It's a really good break because at one moment you're going crazy with the controller, like, you know, you're like going spastic and getting those combos out, and the next minute you're thinking, how the fuck do I get out of this room? You know, so it's teaching you to use your brain and sort of, you know, and then it's just mindless at times. It's got a good balance like that. And I didn't know it was like that until I actually played God of War 1, when I got to some of the puzzles. The puzzles in that first game were epic, you know. God of War 2, you know, I'm just loving it. So God of War 3 is the next one. I'm up to the big one, you know, the one everyone talks about. So, but because I just opened this channel, I thought today I would take a look at another game. I'm going to get to that in a minute. And another few games I should mention, because like I said, I don't have a big PS3 collection, because I'm only buying games that so far that are exclusive on the PS3. So I bought the God of War collection. Now the other game I bought was Heavy Rain. This game was absolutely fantastic. That was the first game, I actually played through that first before God of War. And this game was... I loved it. I really did. It was like a movie. Like, a lot of people complain because they just thought it was like a movie. But the thing is, I liked that. It was like an interactive movie, and there were all these different characters and all this stuff going on. And it was really dark too. Like, brilliant game. You know, I'm hoping to review that sometime soon. But the other games I've got are, in fact, I should have grabbed the colours over there. That was a bit unprofessional. The Uncharted games. Now, I was told that I would absolutely love these games because I love Assassin's Creed and things like that. And so, a lot of people just kept talking about Uncharted, you know. And I thought, oh, fuck it, I've got to get this game. And I'll just buy it, you know what I mean? Like, Uncharted 2 had dropped in price to like $40 Australian, which is cheap. They're normally at like $100 new. So I got Uncharted 2 there. As you can see, it's still in the cellophane, still in the shrink wrap. The reason is, I'm not going to play Uncharted 2 before I play Uncharted 1, am I? Now, Uncharted 1, I couldn't get it for ages. For some reason, in Australia, Uncharted 1 is damn hard to find. And you go into any EB, most of the time they don't have it. And I kept asking them, like, you got Uncharted 1, you got Uncharted 1. And I'm friends with all of them. I'm like, they know I don't like second hand, you know. But if I have to, I'll get second hand. But the other day I looked it up and it's like, oh, okay. Apparently EB head office has 37 copies. I'm like, oh, get me one if you can, you know. So he said, can you get me one? And they sent one out finally. So I finally got Uncharted 1. And that's the game that I'm going to be reviewing now. So I'm just going to stop this video now because I've been talking so long. I just wanted to do that intro about who I am in case you don't know who I am and what my plan is to do with the PlayStation reviews. So check on the channel. You'll see my Uncharted Drake's Fortune review, my very first PlayStation review.